Hello students, welcome back to all of you to today's class. Today we are going to read the chapter Nightingale and the Rose from your book 2 of English. So here the Nightingale and the Rose is being written by Oscar Wilde, whose full name is Oscar Fingal O. Floyd Wilde, and he has taken birth in the year 1854, that is on 16th of October, and died on 1900 November 30th. Okay, this is his date of birth and date of death. So basically he is a gifted poet, playwright, novelist and short story writer from Ireland, and this Oscar Wilde is belonging from the country Ireland. His stories are marked by sparkling wit. Sparkling wit means what? Brilliant knowledge. Okay, brilliant wit is there. Genial humor, and there is friendly humor, means you also can laugh by reading the stories of Oscar Wilde, and an insight into human nature. Insight into means what? Means closely to look into something. Okay, to closely find out or to deep introspection. Okay, so his writings are closely related to human nature. Okay, so now let's start the chapter, the Nightingale and the Rose. Let's start the text. So here, see, warm up. What is written? You are acquainted. Acquainted means what? Familiar. Listen, whenever I am teaching you, you just go through the text so that it would be easy for you to understand. Okay. In the meantime, while speaking, I will give you all the difficult word meanings. You just note it down. You are acquainted with fairy tales. Acquainted means what? Familiar. Whenever you were a kid, definitely your grandparents used to speak you fairy tales. A fairy tale usually relates a fantasy in which often animals, birds and even non-living beings speak human voice and share human joys and sorrow. So here what is mentioned, what is a fairy tale? Fairy tale is a story in which birds, animals, non-living beings just like the mountains, okay, stream, everyone can speak like human beings, and they not only speak human voice, but at the same time they also express, they also feel the sorrow, suffering and the happiness of human being. The story is written in the fairy tale tradition. So this story, The Nightingale and the Rose, which is being written by Oscar Wilde, is also written by fairy tale tradition, because in this story also birds, tree, lizard, these are the characters, they are also speaking like human beings. In this story, a nightingale is so moved by sympathy for a young student that she sacrifices her life to give him a red rose. Basically, this is a love story, okay? But here, there is nothing like the present generation love story, but here there is a bird, nightingale, and that nightingale did sacrifice her life. Female bird sacrificed her life in order to give happiness to a young student. The nightingale is a migratory bird seen in Britain from April to September. So this nightingale bird we can see in Britain. It is not there in India, and that is also from April to September we can find out this bird. It is a small brown bird famous for his enchanting sad song, a tone of the heart and the voice of desire. Enchanting means what? Delightful. So this is a small brown bird, and this bird is very famous because of its sad song, a tone of the heart and the voice of desire. So these are the songs for which the nightingale is very famous. Now here we are going to read the story, and in this story it is written that how a nightingale feels pity for the young student in love. So there is a young student, and that student is in love, and this nightingale is feeling the pangs, the mental his mental condition and how he is feeling when he is in love. She said that she would dance with me if I brought her red roses. Cried. Here cried is not crying. Here cried means speaking. The young student. So the very first line is being written in direct speech, because the exact words of the speaker is being written within quotation mark. She said. So who is See, she is the girl with whom this college student is in love with. She said that she would dance with me if I brought her red roses. So this girl did put a condition that she would dance with him if he is able to bring red roses for her. Otherwise, she is not going to dance. But in all my garden, there is no red rose. But what was the problem? The problem was that in the boy's garden, rose plants are there, but there is not a single red rose. That's why the boy's mood is not good. From our nest, listen one thing. The very first 10 to 15 minutes I will speak in English. After that I will switch to Odia. Those who are interested to listen Odia, you just skip the video and watch it. Okay? From her nest in the oak tree, the nightingale heard him, and she looked out through the leaves and wondered. So here what is written, there was an oak tree, and from the oak tree means the nightingale was living in the oak tree, and just from the nest the nightingale just looked like this and tried to find out who is speaking, who is crying. Definitely when the boy was speaking all these things, her voice was little bit rough, as if water is bubbling. No red rose in my entire garden, he cried, and his beautiful eyes filled with tears. And here what is mentioned, normally we are speaking girls' eyes are beautiful, but here the boys' eyes are also beautiful. And the nightingale is listening to the voice of the boy, and the boy is speaking, in my entire garden there is not a single red rose, and in his beautiful eyes tear was there. Happiness depends on such little things. Normally we are thinking that we need costly gifts, we need dinner or lunch in a 5-star hotel. No, these things are not happiness. Sometimes our happiness is depending on such small thing. For example, if someone is giving you a red rose, if someone is speaking you something good, the presence of someone also can bring enough happiness on your face. So here the boy is speaking that happiness depends on such little things. Little things means what? Small thing, and red rose is a very small thing. I have read all that the wise man have written, and all the secrets of philosophy are mine. And here the boy is speaking that he did read all the sayings of the wise people and the secrets of philosophy. Here philosophy is a branch of science, okay, but here there is no need to know what is philosophy, what are the different branches, what are the major branches of philosophy, like your logic, metaphysics and ethics, aesthetics and epistemology. So all these things are the branches of philosophy, and the boy is speaking that I have read all these things, I have read all the codes, I have read all the wise saying of the wise people, but still for a small thing, for a simple thing, my life has become miserable. Yet for want of a red rose, my life made rich. Rich means what? Miserable. But still, even when I have all the knowledge of the world, still for such little thing, for example, for a red rose, my life has become miserable. This is the opinion of the boy. Here is a true lover, said the nightingale. And now the nightingale is speaking. Here is a true lover, means the boy is a true lover. His hair is dark, and right now the nightingale is describing the beauty of the boy. His hair is dark as the night. And listen, normally we are using simile in poems, but here also simile is used because his hair is being compared with something. His lips is also being compared with something. His hair is dark as the night, and his lips are red as the rose of his desire. So here lips is being compared, the rose of his desire, and his hair is being compared with the darkness of night. Okay, but passion has made his face like pale ivory. Ivory means what? The tusks, means the teeth of the elephant. Okay, tusk. Pale ivory means, but the passion, his love, his sorrow, all these things that has made his face pale. And sorrow is upon his brow. Brow means what? Eyebrow means sometimes, look, from the eye. Eyes are the most expressive part of our body. So from eyes only we can realize that either the person is happy or the person is sad or the person is feeling something, whatever it is. We can realize it. For example, you can see the Odissi dancers. They can express everything by their eyes. So here the Nightingale is speaking, there is sorrow on his brows, means on his eyebrows, and it is also referring to the eyes. There is sorrow. Sorrow is reflected in his eyes. The prince gives a ball tomorrow night. Ball means what? Here ball is not the cricket ball or football. Okay. Ball is referring, it is a formal dance, and it is also written in the glossary that a last formal occasion at which people dance. It is a formal occasion where people will dance, couple also can dance. Murmured a young student. Then the young student is speaking silently, murmuring, very silently speaking. The prince is going to give a ball tomorrow. And my love will be there. My love means who? That girl with whom this boy is in love. That girl also will be present in that ball party. If I bring her red rose, she will dance with me till dawn. And the condition is, dawn means early morning. If the boy is able to bring a red rose for her, then only she is going to dance with him. Otherwise, she is not going to dance with him. If I bring her a red rose, I shall hold her in my arms. Then the boy is speaking that if I am able to bring a red rose, then only I can hold her in my arm. I can hug her. I shall hold her in my arms, and she will lean her head upon my shoulders. And how she will dance? Like dancing, she will lean on the shoulder of the boy. This is the opinion of the boy. And her hand will be clasped in mine, and I can hold her hand also. But there is no red rose in my garden, and the condition is there is no red rose. This condition is being given by the girl, that if the boy is able to bring a red rose, then only she is going to dance with him. And the boy is having furious imagination, that if I am able to bring a red rose, then I can hold her, I can dance with her, I can hold her hand also. She will lean on my shoulder. All night we can dance till the morning. So I shall sit lonely. Then the boy is assuming that as there is no red rose in his garden, that's why he will remain all alone. And she will pass me by, and she will dance, and she will cross him. She will dance only to others, and my heart will break. And then the boy is speaking that my love is going to dance with others because I am unable to give her a red rose, and my heart will break into pieces. Who is speaking? This young boy is speaking. Night after night, have I sung of love. Now, the Nightingale is speaking. Listen, the character is changing from time to time. In almost each and every paragraph, the characters are also different. Sometimes it's the Nightingale, some other times it's the boy. Night after night, have I sung of love, thought the Nightingale. And now the Nightingale is speaking that, thinking that every night, night after night, I am singing the song of love. And what I sing of he suffers. I am singing, but this boy is suffering. What is joy to me, to him is pain. And where I feel joy, that is pain to this boy. Surely, love is a wonderful thing. Correct. And now the Nightingale is speaking. Definitely, love is a wonderful thing. It is more precious than emeralds and dearer than fine opals. And here these are the gemstones, emeralds and opals. And the Nightingale is speaking, definitely it is more precious, more valuable than emeralds and very dearer than fine opals. Pearls and pomegranates can't buy it. Even we can't purchase love by giving pearls and pomegranate, nor it is for sale in the marketplace. At the same time, we can't purchase love from the market because it is not available in the market. It may not be purchased from the merchants. Even from the merchants also we are unable to purchase love because love is a feeling. It can't be purchased. Nor can it be weighed out in exchange for gold. Even we can't weight it. Means in one side gold, in another side we can't put love because we can't weight it. It is a feeling only. We can feel it. The musicians will play. And once again the boy is speaking. The musicians will play upon their stringed instrument. What do you mean by stringed instrument? Just like your violin, guitar, those who are having the strings. said the young student, and my love will dance to the sound of the harp and the violin. And here the boy is speaking that the musicians, they will play the musical instrument, and my love will dance, means that girl is going to dance there. She will dance so lightly that her feet will not touch the floor, and she will dance lightly, just lightly she will dance, freely she will dance, just like feather. And the courtiers in their gay dresses means what? Beautiful dresses, will throng. Throng means what? People who are spreaded around you in a crowd. Throng round her, but with me she will not dance. Then the boy is speaking that all the courtiers, all the important people, they will move around the girl, but she is not going to dance with me. For I have no red rose to give her, because I don't have the red rose to give her. And he flung. Flung is the past participle of fling. Okay, fling means to throw someone violently. Suppose I am just flinging myself on the floor, means I will force myself to fall down violently on the floor. So the boy also flung himself on the grass and buried. Buried means what? Covered. Okay, buried his face in his hands and wept. And by just covering his face like this, the boy started crying. Listen. Here the boy is also crying. It means definitely the boy is truly in love. Why is he weeping? Asked the little green lizard. So there was a small green color lizard, and she is asking that why is this boy crying? As he run, not she, he. Okay, means lizard is a male. As he run past him with his tail in the air, the tail of the lizard was in the air, and it asked, why is the boy weeping? Why indeed, said a butterfly who was fluttering about after a sunbeam. And a butterfly also asked, yes, why? Of course, why is he crying? He is weeping for a red rose, said the nightingale. Then the nightingale is speaking that this boy is crying, weeping. Crying means what? To cry means where sound will be created. Weep means you are crying, the tears are rolling down over your cheek, but no sound is audible. Okay, weeping. He is weeping for a red rose. For a red rose, they cried. How very ridiculous. Then they are speaking, what? For a red rose, this boy is weeping. So ridiculous. Ridiculous means matter of love. But the nightingale understood the secret of the student's sorrow. But the nightingale was able to understood why this boy is crying. And she sat silent in the oak tree. Then the nightingale was sitting silently on the oak tree and thought about the mystery of love. And then the nightingale started thinking, what is the mystery of love? Why this boy is crying? Because of love only. So the nightingale was in deep thought. Understood? So here English over. Now I am going to speak you completely in Odia. It will take once again 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? See, I am studying from the text. She said, she would dance with me if I brought her red rose. Who is speaking? The college going student. College रे पढ़ुवा स्टूडेंट छात्रटी कहूचे जे सीए मो सहित नाचिबो, सीए मो सहित डांस करिवो जदि मु ता पई गोटे नाली रंगर गोलापटे आनी दउछि. अंडरस्टूड? क्राइड. क्राइड माने कांदिबा नुह, क्राइड माने कहिबा. क्राइड द यंग स्टूडेंट, बट इन ऑल माय गार्डन देयर इज नो रेड रोज. किंतु प्रोब्लेम कोन? प्रोब्लेम होछि जे से पिलाटीर कंप्लीट गार्डन रे गोटे भी नाली रंगर गोलाप फूल नाही. सेति पई से पुओटी मन दुख करिछि. पुदिन कॉलेज स्टूडेंट. यंग बॉय. फ्रॉम हर नेस्ट इन द ओक ट्री. ओक ट्री रे बसा बांधी रहिथिला किए गोटे नाइटिंगेल चढ़ेईटी. से नाइटिंगेल सुनिला कहार कथा जे जेतेबेले से कॉलेज छात्रटी कहूतिला जे मु जदि गोटे नाली गोलाप ताकू देबी, ताकू माने काहाकू? से झील को जहाको कि से बहुत भल पाए. ओके, जदि से ताकू गोटे नाली रंगर गोलाप फूल दउची ताहले ही सीए ए पुओटी सहित नाचिबो, अदरवाइज से नाचिबो नाही. आ ए सब कथा ओक ट्री रे बसुथबा गोटे नाइटिंगेल टी सुनुथुला. एंड से लुक्ड आउट थ्रू द लीव्स एंड वंडर. से कौन कला नाइटिंगेल? पत्र माने जेतेबेले ता बसा थिबो, थोड़ी ना बसा ब्रांच ऊपर करथिबो, पत्र पत्र थिबो. सो पत्र पत्र आड़े के से देखिला जे किए कहूची, किए कांदुची बाहरे. नो रेड रोज इन माय एंटायर गार्डन ही क्राइड. ସେତେବେଳେ ପୁଅଟି କ'ଣ କହିଲା, ମୋର କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ ବଗିଚାରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ବି ନାଲି ରଙ୍ଗର ଗୋଲାପ ଫୁଲ ନାହିଁ। एंड हिज ब्यूटीफुल आईज मीन सुंदर आखि। नॉर्मली सुंदर आखि आम झील मान कहे ओके, किंतु ये से पुअटर आखि भी बहुत सुंदर। सो एंड हिज ब्यूटीफुल आईज फिल्ड विथ टीयर। आउ से पुअर सुंदर आखिरे लुह भरी हो जाइथिला। ओके, कहीं ना तार कंप्लीट बगीचारे गोटे भी गोलाप फुल नथिला, नाली रंगर गोलाप। बुझिपारल? हैप्पीनेस डिपेंड्स ऑन सच लिटिल थिंग्स। तापरे पुडी कौन कहूँ, जीवन रे खुशी छोट छोट जिनस बहुत थाए। फॉर एग्जांपल तुमको भी किए डायमंड रो गोटे नेकलेस दब, कि तुमको गोटे 5 स्टार होटल नहीं कि लंच की डिनर 2-3 डेज पे दब, तुम खुशी हो पारबनी। बट बेले बेले सिंपल गोटे कैडबरी छोट चॉकलेट हो कि गोटे गोलाप फूल हो, इफ समवन इज गिविंग यू, तुमको जदि किए दौची, यू आर फीलिंग एक्सट्रीमली हैप्पी। सो हियर से पिलाटी भी कहूँ जे, से कॉलेज स्टूडेंट कहूँ खुशी जीवन में खुशी छोट छोट जिनस उपर ही बहुत निर्भर करे। आई हैव रीड ऑल दैट द वाइज मैन हैव रिटन। महान व्यक्ति मानकर तांकर नोवेल, तांकर राइटिंग्स, तांकर आइडियोलॉजी मु सब पढ़ी। एंड ऑल द सीक्रेट्स ऑफ फिलोसफी आर माइन। दर्शन शास्त्र फिलोसफी सब सीक्रेट होची मोर, मुझे सब जिनस पढ़ी। बट स्टिल इन द वांट ऑफ ए रेड रोज माय लाइफ हैज बिकम मिजरेबल। किंतु आज गोटे छोटिया नाली रंगर गोलाप फूल पाई मोर जीवन मीन्स मु बहुत जंत्रणा अनुभव करुछि। बुझिपारल? किए कहूँ, से कॉलेज छात्रटी कहूँ। कहीं जे नाली गोलाप नदेले तार बिलव्ड, तार प्रेमिका ता सहित नाचब ना, से मन दुख करुछि। हियर इज ए ट्रू लवर। नाउ द नाइटिंगेल इज स्पीकिंग। दिस बॉय इज ए ट्रू लवर। ए पिलाटी होची गोटे रियल लवर, ट्रू लवर, सच्चा प्रेमी। हर हिज हेयर, लिसन, नॉर्मली आम जानी पोएम रे आम सिमिली मेटाफोर यूज करछे, किंतु एठी मध्ये सिमिली यूज होईची बिकॉज इट इज ए कंपैरिजन। कंपैरिजन अच्छे माने सिमिली अच्छी। हिज हेयर इज डार्क एज द नाइट। तार हेयर केस ओके केमिति कला, गाढ़ रातिर अंधकार सहित कंपेयर करा जायछि। ओके, माने रात्रिर अंधकार होची तार केसगुच्छ। एंड हिज लिप्स आर रेड एज द रोज ऑफ हिज डिजायर। तार इच्छार, तार कामनार जमती नाली रंग, सेमती तार लिप्स रो कलर। ओके, बट पैशन हैज मेड हिज फेस लाइक पेल इवोरी। इवोरी माने कौन, हाथी दांतर रंग। ओके, हाथी दांत को कह जाए पेल इवोरी। एंड सरो इज अपन हिज ब्रो। ब्रो मीन्स आईब्रो। किंतु कौन है दुखरे तार चेहरा मलिन पड़ जाए। आ तार फेस केमती देखा जाउछि, हाथी दांत परी मलिन। देख नॉर्मल हाथी दांत को आम कौन कहे, व्हाइट कलर कहे, बट इज दैट ग्लिटरिंग व्हाइट, प्योर व्हाइट कि तुम पेपर व्हाइट कि हाथी दांत नाई, टिके क्रीमिश कलर। सो दैट वन इज इवोरी। सो सेमती तार मुह सेता देखा जाउछि। एंड तार चेहरा रे दुख जना पड़ुछि। द प्रिंस गिव्स ए बॉल टुमारो नाइट। तापर आउ थरे से कॉलेज छात्रटी कहूँ जे प्रिंस आसंता काली राति रे बॉल पार्टी दब। बॉल माने कौन, गोटे फॉर्मल मीटिंग जोटी कि बहुत लोग गैदर हेबे, डांस भी करेंगे। ओके, फिस्टिंग, मेरी मेकिंग, एंजॉयमेंट, एवरीथिंग विल बी देयर। मर्मर द यंग स्टूडेंट, एंड माय लव विल बी देयर। इफ आई ब्रिंग हर ए रेड रोज शी विल डांस विथ मी टिल डॉन। एंड द बॉय इज स्पीकिंग दैट प्रिंस इज गिविंग ए बॉल पार्टी। आउ से झीटी तार बिलव्ड विल बी देयर इन द पार्टी। ओके, तार प्रेमिका से पार्टी रे थिबो। आ जदि मु ताकू गोटे नाली रंगर गोलाप फूल दउची, ताहले ही से मो सहित सूर्य उदय हेबा पर्यंत नाचिबो, से मो सहित ही नृत्य करिवो। इफ आई ब्रिंग हर ए रेड रोज आई शैल होल्ड हर इन माय आर्म। आउरी कोन कहूची पिलेटी, जदि मु ता पे गोटे नाली रंगर गोलाप आनिबी, ताहले मु ताकू आई कैन हग हर। ओके, मु ताकू मोर मीन्स व्हाट वी से आलिंगन करबा। ओके, मु ताकू एमती आलिंगन करि परबी। एंड सी विल लीन हर हेड अपन माय शोल्डर। आ मो शोल्डर उपर, मोर कांध उपर सेमती मुंड भी रखिबो। एंड हर हैंड विल बी क्लैप्स इन माइन। आ मु तार हाथ धरिकी पूरा राति सारा नाचिबी। बट देयर इज नो रेड रोज इन माय गार्डन। बट प्रोब्लेम कौन, तार बगीचा रे गोटे भी नाली रंगर गोलाप फूल नाही। सो आई शैल सिट लोनली। से से भाबुची जे से एकुटिया ही बसिबो। एंड सी विल पास मी बाय। आउ तार प्रेमिका ताको क्रॉस करी पळेबो, अन्य मानक सहित नाचिबो। सी विल डांस ओनली विथ अदर्स एंड माय हार्ट विल ब्रेक। आ से अन्य मानक सहित नाचिबो, आ मो हृदय भांगी चुरमार करदेव। किए कहूँ, कॉलेज स्टूडेंट कहूँ। Then Nightingale କହୁଛି night after night have I sung of love, thought the nightingale, and what I sing of his office. Nightingale କହୁଛି ରାତି ରାତି ମାନେ ବହୁତ ରାତିରେ ମୁଁ କ'ଣ କହିଛି ଭଲ ପାଇବାର କବିତା ପ୍ରେମର କବିତା ମୁଁ ଗାଇଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେଉଁଟାକି ମୁଁ ଗୀତରେ ଗାଉଛି ଆଜି ସେ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଏ ପୁଅଟି ପାଇଁ ହେଉଛି ଦୁଃଖ ଆଉ ଯନ୍ତ୍ରଣାର କାରଣ. What is joy to me to him is pain. ମୋ ପାଇଁ ଯେଉଁଟା ଖୁସି ଦେଉଛି ସେଇଟା ଆଜି ଏ ପୁଅ ପାଇଁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦେଉଛି. Surely, love is a wonderful thing. So the Nightingale is getting the conclusion that love is a wonderful thing. ଗୋଟେ ଚମତ୍କାର ଜିନିଷ. Is more precious than emeralds. ଆଉ ଭଲ ପାଇବା ହେଉଛି ପ୍ରେମ ହେଉଛି emerald to be precious, dearer than the opals, opals to be dearer. Pearls and pomegranates can't bite. Pearls और pomegranate ଦେଇକି ଆମେ love को କିଣି ପାରିବା ନାହିଁ. Nor it is for sale in the marketplace. Nor market place रे love ମିଳୁଛି ଯେ ତମେ ପଇସା ଦେଇକି କିଣିକି ଆଣିଦେବ ସେମିତି ବି ମିଳୁନି. Because love ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟେ feeling. It is a feeling only. It may not be purchased from the merchants. Merchant ମାନେ କ'ଣ ସୌଦାଗର ବ୍ୟାପାରୀ. ଓକେ ବେପାରୀ ମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ସୌଦାଗର ମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ତମେ କିଣି ବି ପାରିବନି. Nor it can be weighed in the exchange of gold. ଏମିତି କି ତମେ ସୁନାରେ ତାକୁ ଓଜନ ବି କରିପାରିବ. ଗୋଟେ ପଟେ ତମେ ଭଲ ପାଇବା ରଖିବ ଗୋଟେ ପଟେ ସୁନା ରଖିବ ରଖିପାରିବନି ବିକଜ ଭଲ ପାଇବା ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ଫିଲିଙ୍ଗସ୍. ଓକେ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଏ ଥିଙ୍ଗ. ଖାତା ବହି କଲମ ଏସବୁ ନାହିଁ ଯେ ସୁନା ରୂପା ଗୋଲ୍ଡ ନାହିଁ ଯେ ତମେ ତାକୁ ୱେଟ୍ କରିଦେବ. The musicians will play upon their stringed instruments. Stringed instrument କ'ଣ ଗିଟାର ଭାଓଲିନ୍ ଯେଉଁଥିରେ କି ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗସ୍ ଥିବ. ଓକେ then the boy speaking musicians ତାଙ୍କ stringed instruments ରେ music they will play the music. Said the young student, and my love will dance to the sound of the harp and the violin. And my love with the sound of harp and violin, my love ମୋର ପ୍ରେମିକା ସେଠି ନାଚିବ. She will dance so lightly that her feet will not touch the floor. ଆଉ ସେ ଏତେ lightly ଏତେ freely ନାଚିବ ଯେ ତାର ପାଦ ଜମିକୁ ଛୁଇଁବନି. Means just like feather ମାନେ ବୁଝଛ ତ ପର ଭଳିଆ ସେ ପୁରା ଆରାମରେ ଘୁରି ଚାରିଆଡ଼େ ନାଚିବ. This is the expression of the boy. And the courtiers in their gay dresses means beautiful dress will throng ମାନେ ଚାରିଆଡ଼େ ଘେରି ରହିବା. ଓକେ and courtiers ମାନେ କ'ଣ କରିବେ ତାଙ୍କର ସୁନ୍ଦର ପୋଷାକରେ ସେମାନେ ମୋ ପ୍ରେମିକାର ଚାରିଆଡ଼େ ଘୁରି ବୁଲିବେ. କାହିଁକି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଇଚ୍ଛା ଥିବ ଯେ ତା ସହିତ ନାଚିବା ପାଇଁ. It means indirectly the boy is speaking that his beloved is very pretty. ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରେମିକା ହେଉଛି ବହୁତ ସୁନ୍ଦର. But with me she will not dance. And his beloved will dance with everyone except him only. For I have no red rose to give her because ମୋ ପାଖରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେବା ପାଇଁ ନାଲି ଗୋଲାପ ନାହିଁ. ଓକେ because this was the condition. ଯଦି ପୁଅଟି ସେ ଝିଅକୁ ନାଲି ଗୋଲାପ ଦେଉଛି then only she will dance with him. And he flung ମାନେ କ'ଣ ଏମିତି ନିଜେ ନିଜକୁ ଫୋପାଡ଼ି ଦେବା. flung ହେଉଛି fling ର past participle. ଓକେ ଏମିତି ନିଜେ ନିଜକୁ ସେ କ'ଣ କଲେ himself down on the grass and buried his face in his hands and wept. ସେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ଏମିତି ଠିଆ ହେଇଥିଲେ ବସିଥିଲେ. it is not mentioned. So ସେ ନିଜେ ନିଜକୁ ଏମିତି ଘାସ ଉପରେ ଫୋପାଡ଼ି ଦେଲେ ମୁହଁକୁ ଏମିତି ଲୁଚେଇ ଦେଲେ. he just covered his face by his hand and started crying. Why is he weeping? Asked a little green lizard as he ran past him with his tail in the air. ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଝିଟିପିଟି ଗ୍ରୀନ୍ କଲର୍ ଝିଟିପିଟି ସାନ ଝିଟିପିଟିଟା ତା ଲାଞ୍ଜ ଏମିତି ଉପରକୁ ଥିଲା. ଓକେ ସେପଟେ ଯାଉଥିଲା. ସେ ପଚାରିଲା ସେ କାହିଁ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. Why indeed? ହଁ then a butterfly is also. ହଁ ପ୍ରକୃତିରେ ସେ କାହିଁ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. Who was fluttering about after a sunbeam? ଯିଏକି ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟକିରଣ ପଡ଼ିଲା ପରେ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଏପଟ ସେପଟ ଘୁରି ବୁଲୁଥିଲା ଗୋଟେ ବଟରଫ୍ଲାଏ ପ୍ରଜାପତି. ସେ ପଚାରିଲା ଆରେ ସତ କଥା ତ ସେ କାହିଁ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. He is weeping for a red rose, said the nightingale. And now the nightingale is speaking that he is crying for a red rose. ଯେ ସେ ପୁଅଟି ଗୋଟେ ନାଲି ରଙ୍ଗର ଗୋଲାପ ପାଇଁ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. For a red rose. They cried means they spoke loudly. How very ridiculous. Ridiculous means matter of laughing. ହାସ୍ୟାସ୍ପଦ. ଓକେ so ସେ ଗ୍ରୀନ୍ ଲିଜାର୍ଡ ଆଉ ସେ ବଟରଫ୍ଲାଏ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କ'ଣ ନାଲି ଗୋଲାପ ପାଇଁ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. ହଁ matter of fun, matter of joke. ଏତେ ଗୋଟେ ହସିବା କଥା ଗୋଟେ ଛାର ନାଲି ଗୋଲାପ ପାଇଁ ପିଲାଟେ କାନ୍ଦୁଛି. But the nightingale understood the secret of the student's sorrow. But here the nightingale was only able to understand the real reason behind the boy's sorrow because the green lizard and the butterfly They were unable to understand it. And she sat silent in the oak tree. Then what did the nightingale do? See the oak tree जाके silently एमती बसिला बसिकी किछि she was busy in her thought से किछि भाबिबा आरंभ कर देला and thought about the mystery of love. mystery माने रहस्य, love means love. so से nightingale कौन कला oak tree जाके बसिकी सी what is the mystery ए जो भल पाइबा जो प्रेमर रहस्य कौन जे पिलाटी एमिति कांदुछि ए सब भाबिबा आरंभ कर देला. understood? With this, your unit 1 of the Nightingale and the Rose is over. Okay? Any doubt you have, you can ask me question. Got it? So, I hope, but listen, whenever I am teaching you, you just go line by line so that it would be easy for you to understand. All the best. Have a nice time.